Hey everybody, Flip with Kelly coming at you here. How's everybody doing today? Today I just wanted to touch base. We are getting a little closer to the end of the month. We're on March 11th, and we're set to close another one towards the end of this month. So you got to do marketing in the meantime. Just keep feeding that machine, right? So keep the little, what do you call it, cogs on the wheel. Keep them going around. You don't want to stop because then there's a gap in there. So, little analogy. But, I don't know. There's, this 2026 is, sounds like it could be a crazy year. We're always going through all these changes, and now there's some talk of the grid going down. So, to an extreme, without going too extreme, I suppose a grid going down in and of itself could be something. But what happens if all the electronics get wiped out or something really crazy? Like, then nobody would have phones at work. Nothing would work, electronically speaking. But I haven't watched the show yet, but I just seen the title of potentially. These are all potentials, but so best I can tell you is prepare. Be prepared. The land I live on's got decent sized woods, so part of my preparation would be probably looking for a wood stove and getting ready to get ready. So I don't know if you know how to cut wood, split wood. You got a chainsaw. Just wouldn't hurt to know some of these to be able to live off the land if it come right down to it. If you know what kind of mushrooms to pick. Anything that you can sustain yourself. I always keep big bags of beans, 2 big bags of rice around, and you also need some type of a fat or oil, so I got some olive oil in hand. I should probably go buy another bottle, but that would sustain for quite a while, at least until you can get together with some other people and find a solution to whatever problem might come along. But I should sprinkle this with a little wholesaling now. If you're gonna go after a list, how I got my big break, well, I had a few different breaks, but probates was my big break, and it still to this day has overwhelmed the rest of my like the number of deals we've done, the amount we've made per deal. So it is king. If I was to only market to one list, it would definitely be probates. And now I'm at the point where I've got somewhat of my local area tuned in the way I like it. So now it's like, do I go after more lists, government lists that are just kind of branching out for where I'm at, or do I go out of state because we're already doing all of Wisconsin. I do market more heavily to my local area. I know for sure that there's other lists that I know of that I can go after. So maybe it's going to be just set a goal for the day or for the week to go after maybe you don't even have to necessarily be a timeline, but just get this list, and then it's a matter of keeping that list, getting that list every day or every month, or whatever the list calls for. And then probably because you can't keep up with everything on your own, especially these government lists. Some of them take a little more time to. First of all, you got to pull it, and sometimes all that requires is an email or whatever. But then you've got to be able to pull the data off that list, get it into a Excel spreadsheet, and then organize that, and you got to be able to print and mail off letters. This all takes time. So and then you got to handle the the inbound phone calls, or if you're cold calling, then I got call centers. There's lots of things. So, but I guess prioritize, and then just keep adding to the game. But yeah, I do really like dealing with one market to start with. For me, it took me the longest time. I was thinking about going into all these other states, which there's a lot of good ones out there, but my local market's been just terrific. I know some of the cities, just from what my family's lived out of the area, still within Wisconsin, but in different cities and counties, and where they've had jobs. And so it's I'm familiar with a lot of these areas. So and then after a while you get a track record of where you've been doing deals in, so you can weight those areas as well, market more heavily. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to doing some marketing here. Finally got caught up with all my letters that go out. We're just taking the last batch out this morning, heading down to the post office and dropping them off. Got a little behind this weekend, but all caught up now. I got my return mail even dealt with, done. So other than the inflow of this morning, which I'm still on time with that, so easily. But leads will always be trickling in. I just don't like getting behind, like staying current on all that stuff, because speed to lead can be huge. Yeah, I guess I better jot down some priorities and choose one and just keep adding to, and then probably get my schedule built out. Schedule for the most part, I just kind of have a mental note of stuff, not a whole lot to keep track of, but it is getting to the point where if I don't write it down on a schedule, it's too easy to forget some of this stuff. And some of the lists, if you forget about it and you catch up in 2 to 4 weeks, it's not going to be time is of the essence quite so much, but it's just remaining consistent and having that system going. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Found the value, smash that like button, and have a great one. Oh, subscribe too, yeah. Kelly. Flip with Kelly.